You've been on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is sponsored by um, Churchill Photography and also uh, everybody that has sponsored the racing show. So tonight on the Josh Nolan and the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show hashtag on YouTube, we have with us Maddox and Remington and also Marty with us tonight. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, so let's talk about your guys' racing careers. How did you all get started in racing?
Well, I guess I'd be the oldest. So I got started when my parents took us to the racetrack when I was about 10 years old. And we used to watch full midgets every Friday and Saturday night. And then as we got older, me and my brother did it together, and we were 14 and we were in the pit crews of one of the crews until my brother got 18 and my dad bought him a car. And then he started 18, and then I was in the crew until I was 18. Then we were both racing in the 70s, and we both had full midgets. And then as years went on, I just kept racing um, full midgets and then vintage midgets and sprints. And now I'm back to a Ford Focus midget racing still. So a long career. My mom and dad got us started, and yeah, it gets in your blood. You can't quit.
Okay, so Bud down in front there, how did you get started in racing?
Maddox.
How I started in racing, because I saw my papa racing full midgets, and I wanted to race them, but I had to be 18. And then we found like these like little quarter midgets where you have to be 5 to race them, and I was 8 when I started. So we went to a ride day, and I drove one, and I really liked to like do it. So and then I asked my parents that like, can I do this racing? And they were thinking about it, and then they said, yeah.
Okay, so when you guys got behind the wheel of the race cars for the first time, were you guys the least bit scared to get behind the wheel?
I'm sorry, what was?
When you guys got behind the wheel of the race car for the first time, were you guys least bit scared?
Well, I was when I was even 18. It was kind of quite an experience. I don't know, racing is just kind of, it's adrenaline rush that is just, I don't know, hard to explain. It's like when you start, you're nervous when you're sitting, but once you start racing or get on the car starts, it's like everything in your mind goes away. It's just like you want to beat the guy in front of you and work your way up or stay in the lead, whatever. It's that type of high, I call it. How about
How
you?
about you, Maddox? How about you,
Um,
Maddox?
When I first went out, I was really nervous because that was my first experience in it. So I wanted to go fast, but like I thought I was going fast, but I wasn't. And then like when I went out my second time, like stepped on the throttle a little bit, and then when I did like a race, I went flat out, and then I kept doing it, and I got a little bit of classes, and I got first place.
Very cool. So, all total, how much success have you guys had as race car drivers?
Oh, I've had a lot of success in the 70s and 80s. I won about 8 main events and had 4 track records, tons of heats and trophy dash wins and stuff like that. And it just continued on. And, I'm older now at 68, it's kind of hard to compete with 18-year-olds when I remember I was 18-year-old racing. So, things get slower. So I kind of run in the middle of the pack now, but I'm pretty much involved with them now. So I really cut back to hardly anything in the Focus midget because it takes a lot of work for him and his younger brother to race these things.
So, Maddox, how much success have you had?
I had a lot of success last year. I have one track record, and I think I won like 12 races for last year. It was pretty fun to do the racing.
Okay. What is this sort of be? Okay, when you guys win races, how do you guys celebrate your victories?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
When you guys win races, how do you celebrate your victories?
Oh, well, I mean, that's just, when I was 18 and stuff, 20s, it's just like a party in the pitch, it's like a big family, even, everybody kind of helps everybody in the club. And so, everybody kind of enjoys it. It's just, there's nothing like winning. It's just a rush that, it's hard to explain, but, the thing about racing is you can be on the top one day and the next weekend be at the bottom, and that's kind of the way it is sometimes.
How about you, Maddox?
How I celebrate mine is just like
Ice cream.
not ice. Oh, we like when I get like a trophy, my parents take a picture of me, and then I just have some cookies.
Okay. So, what is the story behind you guys' racing numbers?
Racing what?
Numbers, your racing numbers.
Oh, well, I originally, when me and my brother raced and we had matching cars, and his number was 76. And so at that time back in the day, you had to pick a number that wasn't taken by somebody already in the club. So I just kind of said 76 and 86. So my younger brother or my older brother was 76, and I've been in 86 is my number forever. And then Maddox can tell how he took my number. So he's an 86 and he's got two cars, but I don't know how to tell him how you picked up the other number.
How I picked up the other number was 67 because I felt like that was a cool number to me, and that's why I picked 67 for it.
Okay. What do you guys have for sponsors on your racing teams?
Ah, well, it's kind of a joint effort between me and my son-in-law and daughter and my wife. We really don't have any sponsors. We're advertising for sponsors because it can get very expensive. So, I'm basically, I just pretty much retired, but I work a little bit for consulting, which gives me extra money. And I throw that all at the kids here, the grandkids, and, because it's tires and, things they break when they crash and, between my son-in-law, I mean, it can be expensive sport. I can tell that. Well, I already knew that.
How about you, Maddox? Who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
We don't have any sponsors yet, but we're trying to get some sponsors.
So, how does one get a hold of you guys to sponsor you, guys?
I'm sorry, what?
How does one get a hold of you guys to sponsor you guys?
Oh, you did?
I says, no. How does one get a hold of you guys?
Oh, well, we're getting my son-in-law Ryan. He made that you've talked to. He made a template and stuff of a kind of a nice design and stuff like that. And then we don't have a set amount of money. It's just like whatever a person or business, we try to get businesses that want to donate. We'll put their sticker or whatever on the side. If they wanted to drop a bunch of money, they could even, color the car, the design of their company or whatever, if they wanted to sponsor like the whole car, So that's kind of what we're working on right now. But it's
Do you
hard to
guys
get.
have a do you guys have a racing page?
Yeah, we do. It's under Wharton Munce Racing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to sponsor these guys, reach out to Wharton Munce Racing on Facebook. Okay, what is your guys' home racetracks you race on?
That would be, it's called, it's in Graham, Washington. It's the Little Wheels Quarter Midget Club. And it's in Graham, Washington, I'm in the outskirts of Tacoma, which Graham is just like 15 minutes away.
Okay, what is your guys' most favorite racetrack you've ever raced on?
Our most favorite racetrack we ever raced on was Little Wheels for me.
Yeah, and for me, my favorite racetrack would be probably Wenatchee, Washington, Wenatchee Oval Speedways, because I got fast time, won my first main event, and heat race and everything. It was like, I mean, it didn't get any better than that. So that's kind of my favorite. And South Sound Speedway in Olympia, kind of a Rochester, Washington, small town, is about 45 minutes away, and Wenatchee's like 2.5 hours away, east of Washington.
Are you guys pretty good about reading the racetrack?
At reading it?
At reading it, yes, reading it.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you kind of do, you have different bank tracks, ladder tracks. They're all a little different. So you try to gear for your RPMs. And the one I do, you gear for what you want at the top end of the straightaway. And, you change the setup of the springs and the chassis a little bit for a flatter track versus a steeper bank track, so, and then, yeah, so every track is different, but when you're a lot, you do get, a lot of feedback. And so you get used to one particular track more than the other,
How about you, Maddox? You pretty good about reading the racetrack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he mainly races on a little bit bank tracks and then totally flat tracks. Some of the tracks are set up in parking lots, so they're totally flat.
Okay. So what are you guys' future goals with your racing careers?
Well, me, I'm getting ready to retire. So I'm only going to do it maybe a year or two more, just sporadically, because I'm getting up there in age. And these two kids take a lot of time. So keeps me busy out in the garage working on the cars for me and Ryan. So yeah, plenty of work to do.
How about you, Maddox?
My goal is to win like some races this year because I'm gonna be going into like faster classes for me and like a little bit of older kids.
Okay. Do you guys have racing nicknames?
What?
Racing nickname.
What did you say?
Nicknames.
Oh, nicknames. Let's see. I didn't really have any nicknames when I was racing, just Marty.
Yeah,
How about you, Maddox?
I don't have a nickname either.
Okay. Who's your guys' racing heroes?
Oh, mine would be probably, people like AJ Foyt, um, a local guy that in Spokane that won the Indy 500. I've met him and he's a real nice guy, Tom Sneva. And yeah, probably, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, them guys, they all came from midget racing. So I kind of always look up to them type guys. Some are probably my favorites.
How about you, Maddox?
I don't know his name. He's a NASCAR driver. But his brand is Lucas Oil. I don't know his name for NASCAR.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any big racing events you're looking forward to racing in this year?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Do you guys have any big racing events you're looking forward to racing in this year?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, not for me, but you can tell them about what you're going to do. Yeah, I don't have nothing super big, but go ahead. Do you remember them all? Well, we're going to run the nationals, the regionals in Yakima, Washington. That's a big event. And then like this last year, in November, we're going to Vegas, and that's the second biggest club or event of quarter midget racing in the country. And he went last year and he did real good. He won his heat and got fourth in the main and advanced to the A main. But we're going to go again this year too. So, and he'll have 2 cars he runs.
Okay. Who's all on your guys' racing crews?
Oh, well, it's just me, my wife, and my daughter, Stephanie, and Ryan, and just us. You know, pretty much that's it.
How about you, Maddox?
I didn't hear what you say. What did you say again?
What your racing crew is.
My racing crew is my mom, dad, my papa and grandpa, my 2 cousins, and that's it.
Okay. When you guys are strapped into your race cars, get ready to go on the racetrack, what else gets you psyched up and motivated to go out and do this?
Well, to me, you know, when you're strapped in a race car, that is the most uncomfortable time for me. It's just like, you know, everything's going through your mind. You're just sitting there, you know, and sometimes you got to wait. You're all strapped in. It's about 30 minutes, you know, and it's just where you get your butterflies to me. And but you know, once you get ready to push off or start up, you know, you hit the switch. Like I say, it's all gone, and your mind and racing. And so that's the way it is with me. And Maddox, how about you?
When I get strapped into the car, I'm like very excited to go on the track, but sometimes I get a little bit nervous for going on the track because I don't know if I'm going to crash the car or I won't.
Okay. Who are some of you guys' friends at the racetrack?
Who's what?
Who's our friends at the racetrack?
Oh, geez, we have lots of friends there. I mean, like I say, it's in both clubs and the one I run at, it's just you know, there's so many different people. I can't even name them all, but everybody's just kind of a big family there where I race, and it's yeah, it's just that way. Everybody helps somebody if they're in a pinch, and you know, if you got a part, you give it to them, then you know, you worry about payment or whatever later. You just get them running. That's what it's all about. So that's my perspective.
I have a lot of friends, but the ones I'm gonna list is for Blake, Landon, Bentley, and Mason. Those are 4 of my friends.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys like to do for fun outside the racetrack?
Well, I mean, we go camping, and that we try to. We went to Yellowstone last year and stuff like that. I mean, we usually just spend a lot of time in the garage. We do a lot of that. Yeah, and we just travel on vacations. We got campers and stuff like that to go out in and stuff like that, and then travel and racing schedule for the year is a busy schedule. So, you know, we're neither here, Graham, Yakima, you know, Canada, there, you know, Monroe. There's all kinds of tracks, you know, that we go, and we kind of make many little vacations out of them for the weekend and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I do, but it's kind of the same way, right, Max?
Yeah.
Okay. So Maddox, what do your school friends think of you being a race car driver?
Wait, what did you say?
What do your school friends say about being a race car driver?
They say it's very nice, and one of them said they might want to do it because I showed them one of my videos of practicing, and they said I maybe want to do that. So they
Okay. Okay. So all right. So Marty and Maddox, okay. Uh what's your favorite things about being a race car driver?
Oh, I'm a favorite thing. I would say for me, it's uh, the the racing's fun, but you know, after the race, if you don't do good or don't do bad, the kids come in the track and they want your autograph, whatever. And you know, we had our trading cards and stuff like that, and it's uh, it's very rewarding to you know, it can make you down and out feel so good. These kids, love to watch it and they enjoy it. So it's just a feel good situation, at least for me. I let them sit in the car, whatever. I mean, they always worry they're going to hurt it. Not going to hurt it, no worse than me. So, it's just being around the racetrack, and it is adrenaline rush when you're racing. It's nothing like it that I've ever had. So,
How about you, Maddox?
Anything? What was I forgot?
What's your favorite thing about being a race car driver?
yeah.
My favorite thing is that it's a very fun sport to do, and I like how fast you can go in the cars, and that's it.
What's the best piece of advice you guys have gotten as race car drivers?
I would say that, the best advice is to try to keep your emotions in check. It's hard to do. Your adrenaline runs hard, fast when you get involved in a wreck or whatever. And what some of Ed Shevchik was a big person that, from racing that taught me, you need to keep your emotions in check and try to stay cool and don't, lose your cool. But sometimes in racing, it's very hard when you feel you've been wrecked or done wrong. So the adrenaline's running on both ends, and that's where things happen. But I think that's the best advice I have been told to me.
How about you, Maddox?
The best advice I had is on the track, try to make a clean lap for to make your car go faster, and keep your emotions don't cry as you hit the wall.
Okay. What kind of advice would you give a new race car driver, you guys?
Oh, well, that kind of the same answer, try to, enjoy it and have fun. The number one thing is you want to have fun. If you're not having fun, there's no purpose to it. It's a very expensive sport. And so I think that's always the number one thing to me is if you're not having fun, that's the major thing. And when you're having fun and you listen to people and learn, you get advice from all kinds of drivers, and that's what you try to suck it all in, and then you try to equate it to you, and then you start going faster and faster. That's kind of the way it works.
How about you, Maddox?
I would say kind of the same answer as him. Have fun and keep your emotions in, and try to drive a clean line so you can get faster and past the people.
What's an awesome day at the racetrack look like for you guys?
Oh, what?
Dogs.
What's an awesome day at the racetrack look like for you guys?
An awesome day?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, it's always an awesome day if you win. I mean, that's the best. But, like I say, you're still enjoying it and you're having fun. And, it's racing. Only one person could win. So, everybody else is second and kind of the way it works. And so you just enjoy everybody at the track and stuff. And, everybody after the race, talks and, and for a couple hours after the track, they'll have a few beers, the adults and stuff like that. And, and it's almost just like a family reunion type thing, but you have it almost every weekend. So that's the fun part, I think.
How about you, Maddox?
My most awesome thing is when I went to Las Vegas and I won my heat for Las Vegas.
Okay. What's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you guys?
Yeah.
Didn't we just ask that?
The race shop. Race shop.
Oh, what about it?
What's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you guys?
Oh, well, it's like we're out here right now. Get the heaters going. It's not too warm here. And so we just all get out here and, we each do our own thing. We need Maddox help or Rem, because if we're setting up the chassis, they have to sit in the car while we're doing that. So, you know, you always got to line them up. We got this one on the table in the back. We're setting it up because we made some changes. So you got to square everything. So it's very time consuming, you know, mount up, dismount tires. So we usually work in the shop all together, usually almost every weekend. And then since I'm kind of semi-retired, I'll come out during the week and, you know, do things that to try to get ahead of it before we got things under control because it just takes a lot of time. You know, you can spend 6 hours in the shop with three of us out here and, you know, working on a couple cars and it takes a while to get it all through it, you know, so that's typical almost kind of.
Well, how about you, Maddox?
The most awesome thing about the race shop is that when we come in here, we start working on the cars to like make the cars faster. So I think that's it.
You guys have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
Oh, well, let's see. Um, there's been a lot of crazy ones, I guess, but you know, when you get bad crashes, I've had a couple bad crashes that, you know, injure you, you know, and stuff like that. I've lost teeth, detached retina, a lot of different things, broken bones.
Oof.
But just get back on the horse again and go. But you know, I would say that, um, you know, some of the racing experiences are, you know, a lot of fun, but some of them, you know, you get pushing and shoving a little bit with adults. But yeah, that's kind of the different experiences I've had, you know, they're just having a good time.
How about you, Maddox?
Some of my craziest crashes were when I was in Las Vegas for my main. I flipped the car, and here's another one that I went flat out into the wall because my steering wheel wasn't turning for me, and it was just stuck. So I think like one of the rods got bent and the axle got bent.
Oh boy, did you get hurt at all?
For like crashing into the wall, my finger kind of got jammed into the steering wheel.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so at this portion of the racing show, guys, I turn the mic over to you guys. If you guys have a couple questions you'd like to ask me, you can ask me a couple questions.
How did you get involved in this?
Been a racing fan for many years.
Oh, oh, okay. What racing do you kind of like overall for that?
All, all
All
types,
race?
all types, all types.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I don't care if it's a motorbike, monster truck,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. They're all fun. You have any?
I have one question for you. What's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Kyle Larson.
Pretty good.
All right, yeah, I'd say for good. I mean, I pick him for the best racer in midget sprints, NASCAR. I mean, not quite an IndyCar, but he's like an AJ Foyt. He almost can do it. Back in the day, he can do anything.
Now, Maddox, and your grandpa here, your grandpa may recognize this name. My favorite IndyCar driver was Dan Weldon.
Who?
Dan Weldon.
Oh, Dan Weldon. Yes, it's tragic. He lost his life at
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I watched that because I watch everything I can. And nowadays with streaming and stuff, I got all the racing channels to watch dirt racing and all that.
Yeah, he could do things behind the wheel of an IndyCar that were just like, wow.
But yeah, what a driver! I remember when he won the Indy that year, you know, and it was just like it was so nice to see him win. You know, it's just
Yeah.
you could just feel the you know how excited he was. But that's tragedy of racing. Sometimes it is a rough sport. It can be.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Definitely. So, is there anybody else you guys would like to thank for helping you get this far with your racing career?
Me, you know, my mom and dad, you know, I sometimes used to say, it's your fault I got into this, you know, that's all you taught me. And so my mom and dad, my brothers, my younger brother helped in the pits, and my other brother that raced with me, you know, all of them, and my wife, you know, stuck with me because it's, you know, she's she's not as into racing as much as I am, you know. But yeah, you know, everybody in the family's always been supportive, and I had a good friend that helped me in the pits, and a couple of them, Tracy and Rick, and one passed away and stuff, and yeah, I had a lot of different people, and then just moved on in life, you know. And I just kind of, most people retired way before me did. I just kind of stuck it out longer because I enjoyed it more.
How about you, Maddox?
Um, I think my mom and dad and Papa and Grandpa for help they spent a lot of money on this racing. I thank them for letting me do this sport.
Okay, so I'd like to thank you guys for being on the racing show with me tonight. Talk to us about your racing careers. I will have you step out and I will call you a little bit to thank you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yep, thank you very much.
Talk
Bye.
to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Maddox and Marty on our racing show tonight, talking to us about their racing careers. Go hit them up on their social media pages if you'd like to sponsor them or get to know them better. I'd like to thank again our sponsor, reviewfamily.com auto sales. Go ahead and pump from all your auto sales needs, and also Churchill Photography. And if you'd like to sponsor our racing show or be on our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-713. You can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com.